George Dunlop Leslie, 1835 to 1921, was a celebrated English painter and author, best known for his tender and serene depictions of domestic life, children, and women in Victorian England. A member of the Royal Academy and a prominent figure in the English art scene of the 19th century, Leslie's art captured the charm and grace of everyday moments, enriched with gentle narratives and exquisite detail. Early life and education. George Dunlop Leslie was born on July 2nd, 1835, in London, into a family steeped in the arts. His father, Charles Robert Leslie, was a respected genre painter and a Royal Academician, which gave George an early exposure to the world of art. Growing up in a cultured and artistic environment, he naturally followed in his father's footsteps. He began his formal education at Carey School in Bloomsbury before enrolling at the Royal Academy schools in 1854. His training coincided with a time when the Pre-Raphaelite Brotherhood was making waves in British art. Although he was not a direct member, Leslie was influenced by their ideals of clarity, vibrant color, and attention to detail. Artistic career and style. Leslie first exhibited at the Royal Academy in 1859 with a painting titled Matilda, and over the next decades, he regularly contributed works that gained admiration for their elegance, narrative quality, and technical finesse. His early paintings were somewhat historical or literary in theme, echoing his father's approach. However, Leslie soon found his niche in genre scenes, intimate domestic settings, often populated with graceful women and playful children, bathed in soft light and calm expression. Works like Sun and Moon Flowers, 1889, Alice in Wonderland, and This Is the Way We Wash Our Clothes demonstrate Leslie's keen eye for composition and his ability to portray idealized Victorian domesticity. His subjects were often portrayed in tranquil interiors or lush gardens, dressed in period-appropriate attire, contributing to a sense of timeless nostalgia. Unlike the more dramatic or politically charged works of some of his contemporaries, Leslie's paintings radiated peace, decorum, and moral virtue. His restrained palette and gentle storytelling suited the taste of the middle and upper classes of the time, making his work highly collectible. Association with the Royal Academy. In 1868, George Dunlop Leslie was elected an associate of the Royal Academy, ERA, and in 1876, he became a full Royal Academician, RA. This recognition solidified his status in the British art world and brought him into close circles with other celebrated artists of his time. Throughout his career, he exhibited not only at the Royal Academy, but also at the Royal Society of British Artists and other significant institutions. His paintings were in high demand and often reproduced in engravings and illustrated journals, further spreading his popularity. Life in Wallingford and literary contributions. In the 1880s, Leslie moved to the picturesque village of Wallingford-on-Thames in Oxfordshire. The rural charm and the peaceful lifestyle of the countryside inspired much of his later work. He lived at Riverside, a large house by the Thames, where he painted prolifically and entertained many guests. Beyond painting, Leslie was also a talented writer. He authored several books, including Our River, 1888, a beautifully illustrated narrative describing life and nature along the Thames, and Letters of Marco, 1893, which explored artistic thoughts and ideas. His writing mirrored his art, graceful, observant, and deeply rooted in an appreciation for the quiet moments of life, personal life, and legacy. George Dunlop Leslie married Lydia Bates in 1860, and the couple had children. His family often served as models for his paintings, and their presence imbued his work with authenticity and warmth. He continued painting well into his later years, with his style remaining largely consistent. While taste shifted in the early 20th century towards more experimental forms of art, Leslie's paintings continue to be admired for their craftsmanship and serene beauty. Leslie died on February 21st, 1921, at the age of 85, leaving behind a rich body of work that serves as a window into Victorian sensibilities and aesthetics. His paintings are held in major public and private collections, including the Tate Gallery and the Royal Academy. Artistic significance. George Dunlop Leslie occupies a special place in British art history. His paintings, often categorized as part of the late Victorian genre tradition, were instrumental in shaping public ideals of beauty, domestic harmony, and moral virtue. Though less revolutionary than some of his peers, Leslie's work remains an enduring testament to the value of grace, subtlety, and refined storytelling in visual art.